Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome to Ninghan Farms. So just yeah, another new. I was going to do Washoe this week, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But another new map, and some new equipment. So I'll confess this is not a brand new start, although I have just restarted the game, so I am stood outside the farmhouse. This is the standard in-game farmhouse. Surfboard. Must be near the coast. But yeah, so this is the Ninghan Farms map. If I'm right, I think this is the first Australian map that we've had on console, I think. I remember watching Daggerwin doing, and I forget the name of it now, but there was an Australian map on console, and thinking actually that looks pretty cool. And yeah, so here we are. Lots of custom colours and textures. Looks really good. I love this sort of sandy gravel. But yeah, so as I've said, it's not a brand new. I've just started the game from scratch and loaded it up. I've already been in. What I could do, actually, given the nature of what we're doing, I did have to put some money in. So, but I'll sell. Can't even see them. I'll sell one of those. I've got two. At least I think I've got two. I don't find it now. Why is it not? It's probably because the fence is in the way, isn't it? Shouldn't be this hard. There we go. Sell one. And actually, also, sorry, I'm going to knock the time down as well, for reasons that will become apparent. So this is the yard. I think this was a modded garage, if I remember rightly. Pickup truck's not here because it's down at the store. But you start with a pickup truck. Start with a lot of good equipment, actually. There's a really decent roster of starting equipment. Obviously I placed these just to help us fill up. But you start with all of this stuff. It's a really good starting roster, and it's part of the reason I thought, actually, you know what, that's a really good map to start. And given it's Australia, and given it has some very, I'd say, pretty big fields, it seemed an ideal opportunity to try out some very big new equipment. So here's the first of that. So I've already bought, well, I haven't bought any of it, I've leased it. I couldn't afford to buy it, even with cheap money. So we've got this, the John Deere. This is the maxed out version, the 9620RX, because we needed the power to pull this, which is just huge. So this is, and I won't remember, so I'm going to check. The Bourgault 34, I'm pretty sure it's Bourgault 3420. Yeah, we'll have a look in store in a minute. So I bought that up here. And separately, because I'm, as you're probably aware, rubbish at trying to do things with too many joints in reversing and positioning, I've used the John Deere that you start with on the map, which is also a pretty decent tractor, the 7310R, and hooked that up to the big cart, which is the Bourgault 71300, which is just huge. So I've already filled it up with fertiliser, because frankly, no, I started, I don't particularly need to. Yes, I'll fill the fertiliser. So we'll get it started on the seed. He said, optimistically. Should work. Why is it not filling up? It's not full yet. Ah, wrong button. No, not wrong button. Oh, what's going on here, Adam? It's not filling, right? No, it's not filling. That's odd. Let's see. Okay, this is a bit annoying because I'd already set it up. So as you can see, the fertiliser's full. So you do next cover, you go along to the next cover. When you're done, put it all back. This is a brilliant animation. I love that swing arm. Huge, great long conveyor, but it sits alongside, and even that sticks out. I mean, seriously. Okay, so let's try that again. So open cover. probably going to be slightly in the wrong position now, but it should. I mean, I basically left the vehicle exactly where it was filling up. So it should be dead right. And it's not. It's magically moved and seems to have lost the trigger. Okay, fine. So I'll have to reposition, which of course I was actually totally and utterly hoping to avoid, to be fair. So let's put that away a second. Right, obviously now I'm going to mess this up. As you're aware, I'm not a big fan of front pivoting axles. And because I've already brought the next one in, I'm already blocked myself, so I can't get out. Because this was all positioned. So it's slightly irritating that I've now got a faff about trying to get myself back into a good position. But hey. So slightly unconventionally, we'll open that up. Hopefully it's not going to hit anything in the meantime. And swing it right round. Fast as we can. And it's still not even close. And now it's stuck. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. It's funny, when I put these in here, I thought, oh, well, this will work. This will be fine. Plenty of space. No. It would perhaps have been easier, to be fair, to use something else. But no. Oh, so frustrating. And now he's nudging my trailer. Seriously. This is not my friend. Not 100% sure at this point what else to do. I suppose I could try and manoeuvre the other one out of the way. I cannot get close enough to it, and I've got no chance of reversing this trailer. Absolutely no chance. It's heavy. It's big. It just won't do it. Okay, I give up. This is really annoying. As you can see, leaves myself another nice big tractor for the other big piece of equipment we've got, which was perfectly positioned, and now is about not to be. This took some doing just to get these two connected, to be fair. Because this front pivoting axle drives me crazy. But at least we've got plenty of space. There's good reason I'm not starting seeding in this field. So let's leave that there, out the way. We'll come back and look at that one in a minute. But we need to get one of these going. I'll come and move that trailer. I think I've got another tractor. So what we'll do is I'll reline it. This is what I did yesterday. So, right, open cover. Stop for a second. Get it as close as I can. There we go. Gee, that was a lot of faff. Anyway. And what's really nice is it works with this mod, this seed pallet. See the seeds going in and going all the way up here, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, that's going to take a little bit of filling, and we could come down the conventional way, down the ladders as well. Should point out, as per Mr. Seeley P's excellent review, if you've not watched it yet, go watch it. There's also this, and slightly disappointingly, it doesn't work. So there's what they call the bulk boom, which is for picking up pallets and bags and putting them straight into the seeder instead of, you know, tipping and using the conveyor, which unfortunately doesn't work in the game, which is a pity, but it's there and it looks awesome. I've got all these cables at the front. We'll see those hooked up in a minute. So yeah, so that's number one. We'll leave that to fill. Number two, which I have over here, and I should probably say this is a pretty big map. We'll take a bit of a drive round in a minute. We'll go get some more equipment. And but you know, you can see the size of these things and the length that they are. I still struggled a little bit in places getting them here and through the gates, but you know, it's all part of the challenge. That's fine. Not half as much fun as I had trying to connect this one up to this one. So this is the baby seeder. You can see all the pipes connected there with the baby, and I use that in the loosest possible sense cart. So this is the 7950. This one I went for single wheels. The big one comes with twin wheels as standard. This one I went for single wheels. You can have it with rear twins or twins all round as well, but I just went for single, just for the difference. And then the slightly smaller seeder, the baby seeder, it's not the baby seeder, the smaller seeders, is the Bourgault 3320. Yeah, cool. So I'll switch that off because hopefully we won't need that again. I'm just going to shut the door because all my lovely children have just come through and left it open. And yeah, so let's have a quick look in store. We'll wait for that to fill up. It's still filling. It's crazy. Let's see. So seeders all the way to the end. What do we got? So this is the big one. Hang on, which is the big one? This is the big one. So the 3420-100 Paralink hoe drill. As you can see, it's not cheap. Needs 600 horsepower, which is why we've got the maxed out John Deere on it. And yeah, 30.5 meter width. This thing is huge. I can't zoom in or out. It won't let me because it's basically too big for the view. Yeah, and it cost me 22 grand to lease, which isn't actually that bad. But then per operating hour, it's another grand, so that's going to build up pretty quick if you're doing big fields. But it's pretty cool. No options, but whatever. Ooh, that sounds like that's finished. Good timing. And here's the air cart that we've got that goes with it, so we'll just quick look at these ones, then we'll get these out running. So 45,000 litre capacity, which is nuts. So no surprise how long it took to fill up. Initial leasing cost, it cost me 16 grand at 330 to buy. Again, as I said, no options. It comes with twins as standard. Awesome. So yeah, that set you back 760 grand if you bought both of those two. So I'm curious, how much does that just cost us in seed and fertiliser? Does it say? No. Oh, it'll be in here, won't it? Let's have a look. Shout out if you can see it. Construction costs, no. Property income, 900 grand. Oh, of course. $77,000. That's nuts. I'm assuming that's all those costs. I haven't done anything else on this map yet, so it must be. Right, so let me come back a bit because that seems really loud, that tractor. Right, so let's just bring the arm in. So we can now see at the top, seed and fertiliser nicely full. Let's fold that back up. I'm only using this to haul this around the yard, so we're not going to take it out. Hey Zeke, how's it going, my friend? No worries, my man. Must be late where you are. So just leave that there in the hopes that I can neatly hook it up. This one actually is the easier of the two to manoeuvre, has to be said. Yeah, just trying out the new map, Zeke. And of course all this lovely new equipment. So my new John Deere here. Might get another one of these. We'll get a smaller one as well. Love this tractor, brilliant. So let's pay attention, because the nice thing about this one is it doesn't have an A-frame front. Well, it does have an A-frame front, but it's fixed. It's not pivoting, which is a bonus. Because look at the size of this thing. I mean, seriously, if ever anything needed a reversing camera, this is it. There we go. Pipes all nicely connected up. So let's find ourselves a nice chunky field. We haven't really looked at the map yet. So we are here in the yard And the other excellent reason I'm doing this on here, there's another one, but the other excellent reason I'm doing this on here, rather washo, is that you start with a whole load of fields, 12, 11, 14, 7, 32, 23 and 16, and none of them have anything in them. They're all cultivated and ready to go. Technically they all need ploughing and lime, but I've switched ploughing and lime off, and it doesn't really matter, because today is all about the seeding. So yeah, so let's head out to field 11, which looks to be the biggest. And I mean, this is, look at the length of this, it's just crazy, just ridiculous, but oh so much fun. Right, I need to think about what I'm doing, because oh my goodness me, I hope that's a sign that you can knock over, not one you can get stuck on. Oh, we're stuck on something already. Yeah, they sure can, I'll say. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save myself the bother, and we're going to lose that one, and I'll come back and get it. I think that'll be the best way to take this. Yeah, those Canadians, eh? Little pond. Looks more like a hole in the ground that's filled up with water. Right, is that the entrance to the field? Oh grief, really? I kind of figured it would have been nice and central. What's that sign say? Oh, it's my other government subsidy sign. Okay, fine. Good. Don't get too close to my cedar, you'll regret it. Just, good grief. It's a pretty chunky field. It's not a huge field, but it's a pretty chunky field. Looks like we're going up and down it, so we're in the right place. Right, let's go get the other John Deere. There we go. And let's see if we can sort out the air cart. Come inside, because crikey, it's loud, this thing. Right. See where we got stuck? Oh, on a tree. I was trying to take it too wide. This in itself could be tricky. As you saw from my hopeless attempts at trying to manoeuvre it around the yard, this could be awkward. Yep, this could be very awkward. I might end up having to do what I did yesterday and basically manoeuvre it by shoving it about, because it really wound me up. Actually, it wasn't this one, it was the other one, while I was trying to connect it to the other seeder. I do hate A-frames, especially when they get in the wrong place, but I don't want to reset it because I'm assuming it will reset. Oh yes. Beautiful. So they're right, it is easier if you connect it to the front of the tractor. Oh, for crying out loud, they're very busy, these roads, I tell you. Which is actually quite nice to see. I mean, it's obviously going to have its moments where it's going to be a bit frustrating, but you can always call the police out to get the come and close the road if you want. Yeah, you're going to get run over by my great big air cart, so you know what, that's your problem. That's true. Well, actually, do you? I know you did. I know you used to when the game first came out. You used to lose all your fuel as well. Actually, no, I think you're right. Seed and fertiliser, I think you might do. It's been a very long time since I've reset anything, but we managed it. It's all good. Right, leave that there. Get that out of the way. Alright, what are you going to do about it? Huh? Huh? Come on, you're going to try and ram into my oversized air cart that's just like would flatten your car in seconds. I mean, seriously. There's no point in you pipping your horn at me. I can only do this so quick, and you don't want me to get it wrong. Missed. Wow. And that's some kind of narrow trigger that's got on that hook at the front. There we go. Awesomes. You could drive under that. What are you talking about? Oh well, whatever. Oh no, we're stuck. What are we stuck on? There's nothing to be stuck on. Why aren't we... Oh, seriously? You'd have thought that would have done it. Yeah, see, there are some snags with this equipment, right? Isn't that funny? Whatever it was, we've freed it. No, we haven't. Seriously? It's the gate. The gate trigger apparently is terrible. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Okay. So there are some snags. I mean, this is quite a big map if you think about it. And, yeah. So I don't know whether that's something to do with the gate, whether it's the vehicle. I assume it's the gate. Trigger's too wide. Tell you what, that tree needs to go. Actually. You know, I'm tempted to get a chainsaw and get rid of it, because that really does need to go. That's in a very unfortunate position. See if I can pull it away quick enough. Oh, this is a nightmare. Oh, dear me. This is frustrating as heck. Right, okay. So, first things. That tree's going. Sorry, tree, but you've had it. If I can find the trigger, because that's a bit weird too. Ooh, not easy. Someone remind me, how do I use these things? I couldn't actually, it's been so long since I've used a chainsaw, I actually don't remember. That's a bit odd too. Shouldn't that have just gone by now? Right, can I pick it up? I mean, technically it's loose. Yeah, gone. Hurrah. I know what I could do, potentially. This might work. Yep. Wow, that really had a hold of that. Okay, let's try that. Sorry, that was a bit cheaty, but oh, I could have been here forever. And I've already wasted enough time with this. There's always a way. Cheers, Zeke. Thanks for stopping in. Good to chat. Get a good night's rest, mate. I'll speak to you soon. And eventually I'll get into a field. You know, I think actually this probably would have driven me nuts on Washoe as well. Thanks, Zeke. I can't even get round to it to manoeuvre that. Oh my goodness me, this is driving me nuts. Oh, I know what we can do. Slightly unconventionally. Sorry about this. This is, I'd say it's embarrassing, but actually it just shows that sometimes these things can be a little bit annoying. Because you know what? Gates with rather wide triggers, I can't even move that. I was hoping I'd be able to swing the wheels around, but it won't do it. Hopefully I won't get caught on the subsidy sign. Having, in theory, solved the problem with the gate, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Oh, thank goodness for that. Right. Anyway, this is the point at which if I was doing an episode video, looks like there's no triggers on those small trees anyway, so we probably would have been alright, but still. I would have cut all that and said, oh look, I managed to get it in the field. Such is the wonder of editing. Oh, hurrah. Right. Whew. Okay. Now, something cool. This animation is amazing. Have I left enough room? Probably not, actually. Because watch this now. Trying to get the best camera angle for it. There we go. Look at that. That is just amazing. Beautiful. Oh, almost makes all that hassle worthwhile. Right. So I think we'll go around the edge, see how we do. Haven't used this before. I will mess up in places, I'm sure. It won't be pretty, it won't be straight. What are we going to put in? Let's put in oats. Lower it down. That was pretty cool. Look at that. Seriously. Mad. Switch it on. Let's go. Why is it I can't tell the difference in texture? Is it doing anything? Oh yeah, cool. Alright, just checking. Let's try and get a bit closer into the edge. Slight uphill slope. Sure he's working that tractor hard. That's fine, a bit of an overlap's not a bad thing. Oh, and there's another entrance to the field up here. Oh look, with no gate on it. Oh, and straight out the yard. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh well, fine. I'd lined up the equipment to come out that way, so it is what it is. So if we can swing it round without too much mess. May need to fold it up. Oh no. Wow, it did that pretty neatly actually, to be fair. Slightly messed it up because that angle was too tight. No, it's going. Here we go. It's just snagging. I could fold it up if I wanted to and straighten it up and start again, but it's fine, it'll get there. Yeah, it's not an easy field to use this actually because we've now got to manoeuvre around this thing. You know what, I think we'll just miss a corner. It's all good. Just going to take a little bit of getting used to. Yeah, the water textures aren't perfect on this map. It's just sort of glossy, glassy finish rather than a proper water finish, but it's fine. But yeah, well, it might have been a nuisance to get here, but you know, if you're practiced at using these larger pieces of machinery, this won't be a problem at all. Just try and slow down a little bit, take the corners a bit slower. I don't know if it's just my headphones. I'm getting some very strange noises at certain angles, high revs. Just occasionally I sort of get which is a bit weird. But yeah, definitely the right piece of equipment for a field like this. There are probably bigger fields out there, but this is sizable enough. I'm just going to take a wee sip of coffee. Try not to crash into a tree. Right, let's brake set. There's another entrance to the field. There's plenty of entrances and exits. Except this one's got gates, so I wouldn't want it to come that way. Oh, there's a fence. I hadn't seen the fence. I was just looking at the trees. Oh, good grief. Okay. Right, so let's fold it up. We'll swing around, remaneuver, bring it all back in. No wonder there's a gate at each entrance to the field. Oops, sorry. If I just flip the thing over, now it's moved out of the way. Okay, good. So I'll swing it round. Probably shouldn't do this while it's still folding up. You know what? Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. You've got to have a big open field. I mean, look, I'm as I said, I'm not used to using these sorts of pieces of machinery. It's been a very long time since I've used anything even vaguely this big. But yeah, it's not easy at all. Hopefully that's a slightly better position. That looks better actually. Not going to bump into that fence, hopefully. Anyway, it gives good chance to, good excuse to see that animation again. Actually, that's not bad. Let's go. Not bad at all. I get too close to the fence again. Wow, that fence really is close to the edge of this field. Grief, you'd almost be better off going around a couple of times the edge with a different seeder and then just leaving this to go up and down. Mind you, we'll put it on a worker in a minute. That's the other test, isn't it? God, trying to get this lined up is really hard. Just to get it close. I hate leaving too much gap at the edge of a field. Close, but not too close, right? Quite like the fact the edges of the field are a little bit rough. It's not perfect, square, completely straight. You know, there's little bits of grass coming in. So yeah, have a read about the map on the mod hub. It's based on a real farm. Was his family farm, or the farm he grew up on, his granddad's farm, or something. Yeah, it's great. Map's by AussieFarmer, by the way. It's his first map. I think it looks really good. So we'll get out the store in a minute. We'll get some more equipment. I dread to think how long I've been going just to get to this point, but still. It's Friday morning, my Saturday. It's all good. So yes, I had planned on doing this video on Washoe. Actually, but I encountered a rainstorm and I couldn't finish my cotton harvest in time. Because my plan was to finish the cotton harvest on field 3 during the video, and I was also going on about buying field 1 because I just started a contract on that and I was just about to start harvesting it, and then when I saw this was out, I thought, that's perfect, buy that. I can reseed field 3 and field 1 in no time with that equipment, but it was raining, so I wasn't going to get all that done in one video to do this justice. So I thought, when I came on here last night and saw all these empty fields, I thought, you know what, that's perfect. Right, I'm going to fold that up just for the purposes of manoeuvring. I love the fact it folds backwards. I'm going to flip the air cart again. We'll try and move it out of the way. Right, there we go. Now, do I need to do another circuit? One might suggest yes. Oh, and I missed a bit. Yeah, this air cart's a bit of a problem because you cannot manoeuvre both at the same time. Well, at least I can't anyway. That's not to say that, you know, other people might not be able to. So what we'll do, actually, we'll do it the other way. Swing in from the other direction. Because I can't leave a gap that big. Odd bits here and there, fine, but I'm not leaving a massive corner of the field empty. Right. So actually, I'll tell you what. This capacity, it didn't need to be full because this is going to last forever. I'm going to swing it up. We'll go back around the other way, slightly unconventionally. Nah, stop. Sure is working this tractor odd. There we go. Right. There we go. That's not too bad. A little bit of an overlap, but that's fine because I need to neaten up the other end anyway. That's now a reasonably straight line. Reasonably. But yeah, so I say, I mean, I did, you know, La Coronella last weekend. I need to do that again. I did manage to get some sunflower oil in the end, so we need to finish that harvest. Oh, what's that over there in the distance? How interesting. Oh, I'm not concentrating, sorry, left a gap. And so I was going to do Washoe this weekend, but yeah, this came out. DLC came out the same week. I thought, actually, you know what? Looks great. Let's give it a go. And I mean, it's awesome equipment, but crikey, you need the right field and the right map for it. That's not too bad. Swing it round to see how much we can cover. Try not to leave too much of a dip in the corner. Cruise control, sip of coffee. What else is cruise control for? That and saving your thumb. Actually finger, sorry. So this will nicely finish off this bit actually, so the worker shouldn't have a problem. And actually, you know what, once you get going, this is going to do this field in no time. Just keep an eye out for the edge. Already missed a bit, but no worries, whatever. So I'm just going to go over this. I don't want to go too much further in, and I'm just going to cover that corner. It is of course still using seed because it's a direct sow. I forgot to mention that if you didn't know already. So the fact that this field's cultivated, it didn't need to be. It just needed to be, well, it didn't even need to be ploughed. I mean, if you've got ploughing on, obviously it helps, but it didn't need to be ploughed. So yeah, so if your fields don't need ploughing, or you've not got ploughing switched on, then yeah, this is it. One shot. Cultivate, seed and fertilise all in one go at a ridiculous width. I mean, you know, anything that makes the John Deere 9000 series tractor look small is pretty big. Should have got a big bud, but I really wanted to use the John Deere. But it'd be ideal. Perhaps I'll use that when I do it on Washoe. I probably will get one of these. I might get the smaller one on Washoe. Right, there we go. Switch it off for a second, raise it up. I'm just going to swing it around this way in hopes of lining it up reasonably well. Because what I meant to do while I was doing this was go and fill the other air cart. Oh well. There we go, worker's on his way. Go to it. So how's the coverage looking? Oh wow, it's hardly any left. Amazing. Cool. Right. There we go. I love the fact there's a slight delay. Actually, I should show that, shouldn't I? Switch the engine off. Right, watch very, very carefully. Let's see if I can... So if you watch where the seeds are going up. You can't quite see it. But you can actually see the conveyor belt with its little grips in it. It's very good. I don't know if that's 3D as well. It looks, actually it looks it. But yeah, you can't see it from here. We'd have to be here at just the right time. But again, like the other one, I think it's slightly smaller capacity. Let's have a look. Let's see. Here we go. 33,000 litres. Okay, so yeah, it's 12,000 litres smaller. Good grief. So yeah, so this is it. This is the 7950. As I said, you can have, you know, single wheels, rear twins, twins all round. That's your only options. I went for singles just for the difference. A little bit cheaper to lease and buy. This one only needs 500 horsepower. It's only 23.2 meters wide, and again no options. But it's a completely different configuration than the other one, which is interesting. It's yeah, they're both different designs, which is quite nice. This one sort of folds up a bit more like the oh no, I don't want to purchase it. A bit more like this one, the Vederstadt Seedhawk, or the AtzeVR, right? They're very similar. They sort of fold up in that way rather than this one, which pivots out, which is fascinating, absolutely fascinating. How's it doing? Not bad actually. Oh no, I don't need that. Let's hope we don't need to sacrifice any more trees today. You know what, I'm going to get the John Deere and bring it back to the farm. And you know what, we'll take the shortcut. Now we know it exists. And so which fields are we going to use this one on? I think 16 and 7 look ideal for this one. What I'm kind of hoping is that we're going to get some weeds, because there's a weeder as well. Mind you, we can show it. Doesn't mean we actually have to weed. Oh, so this does have gates as well. I didn't think it did. Okay, good to know which way it goes. So yeah, coming in from the into the yard from another direction. So there's the pigs. Look, farm silo, one of the easy sheds, and then you've got sheep over here, cows over there, and chickens are over there. So all the animals in the one yard, which actually I quite like. So there you go. That is seed. Well, I'm going to park this out of the way. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get this bale trailer. This is where it was parked when the game started. I've now managed to nudge it, and it's now even more in the way than it was to start with. There we go. Let's move it out the way a minute. There we go. Doesn't need to be anywhere in particular, but I suppose what I don't want to do is leave it in anywhere near any of the access points. So let's swing it round to the other side. There's a good place for it. Right. As I said, you know, start with some pretty decent equipment. Look, we've got a grain cart auger, we've got a John Deere combine, we've got the man truck and the cramp off, you know, agro trailer, off-road trailer, the Lemken Solitaire, which is a pretty decent, nice wide seeder. So you start with some pretty decent equipment. You've got a telehandler, the Hardy boom sprayer there, the milk tank. What seeder do you start with? Good question, can't remember. But yeah, all sorts. Let's leave that there a minute. We'll see if we need it. Sorry, now I'm scrolling through. How's he doing? He's nearly done. Okay. Right, so we're going to have to fold that away. So that's now moving over to fertiliser, but we'll fold it away for a second. Now we're double jointed here. So this is not going to be easy, I don't think. We'll give it a go. I've probably done that too deep. Plus we've got a jointed tractor as well, which just makes the whole thing more complicated. Actually, that's not too bad. Now, however, getting it lined up, if we have problems getting it lined up, it's fine. I'll just disconnect it. That's why I bought the John Deere back. Let's fold that out. I think a little bit close to where it needs to be before it gets stuck. Too late. Ugh. Yeah, this yard's a little bit small. It's funny, I position these here thinking, oh look, that's loads of room. No, it really isn't. Right, let's do that again. And let's see if we can hit the trigger nicely. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. Haha, yes. Result. Right, while we're waiting, let's get everything else we're going to need. So, we'll get all the stuff first from the pack. So far we've got the 2 big seeders and the 2 big air carts. There's also this one, the FMS CD872. Might be coming to a Let's Play near you soon. It's relatively small. It's only 8 meters wide. It's only got a 7,200 litre tank. And again, it still takes seed and fertiliser. No options. Quite a nice little unit in relative terms. It's still not that small, but it's quite cool. It's a bit different, slightly unusual. Yeah. So release that. How much is it to buy? 182. Ooh, ouch. And that's it in the seeders. And I'm trying to think what else there is. Actually, the easiest way to do it, of course, is to go by manufacturer, because it's the only Bourgault equipment in the pack, in the game rather. So we've also got this cultivator, so we'll need to buy a field to use that. "12 meters wide, quite nice. Just a cultivator at the end of the day, but you know. Got a hook at the back. I'm not sure what you could use that for. I have ummed and ahed about. I mean, it's got, you know, it's even got a plate that looks like you could put pipes through it. So I'm wondering whether you can you hook a seeder up to it or something? I don't know. It doesn't say that it's, you know, it's got no jigsaw piece. It doesn't say it's compatible with anything else, but I mean, you never know. But let's lease one anyway. When we get to it, let's lease an 8 meter seeder and see if it works. And then this is the Harrow. This one I love. I'm so happy about this. It's a 21 meter weeder to all intents and purposes. Yeah, wow. Oh, it's two different designs. The XR70. Ah, and the XR70 which is a 27 meter. Wow. Well, obviously we're going to go for the biggest one, right? I didn't want to buy it, but it doesn't matter. And that's it. That's all the equipment. Plus, of course, the John Deere, which we could look at, and we haven't looked at that in store yet, and it's still going. So, I did say I'd get another one, so actually let's get another one. So I went for the big bad boy, the 9620, and I think I might have put the wide tracks on that one. So let's get the base level one, the 470. So what's that? 517 horsepower. Yeah, nice. Standard tracks. Lease it. Sounds like we're done filling up the fertiliser, which is a bonus. So let's get this one going. Just pull it back a little bit so we've got a bit of space. Fold this up. There it goes. Try not to get too close to any gates. This was the field we wanted to do, right? Yeah, field 16. Perfect. Field 16 and 17. The work is finished on the other field. So let's fold this one out. We'll go down to the end of the field. We'll start on a corner. He said, I had to think about that for a second. Nice, there's a road at least on two sides. Watch out for the fence at the top. Fold it out. Like I said, slightly more conventional folding mechanism. Conventional in the scheme of things for these kind of machines. I'm going to put it onto the field, get it started, lower it down. Oh no, now lower it down. That's nice, great animation, look at that. And away we go. I'm going to lose a bit because I had to pull it out. This is that little bit smaller, it's a little bit more responsive to movements. And it's got that pivoting front axle, which actually when you're on the field is probably a bit of a bonus. I don't know if it's the map, I don't know if you can hear this sort of jerky engine sound. I don't know if it's just the volume. Yeah, maybe it is just me, I don't know. Little rails left, little trails left by the flotation tyres on each sort of arm, which is quite cool. Got a fence coming up. Can I do it? Oh, lovely. Okay, so I already prefer this one, even though it's that little bit smaller. Still messed it up, but that's okay. Tractor will pull it away. Good. Sorry, I'm snaking. Right. That's better. Oh, I hadn't thought about crop. Oh well, that's fine. We'll put wheat in this field. We've got enough fields to seed, so wheat in this one, oats in the other one. Looks good. Actually, I like this one. It's good. Now, I think you can mix and match. I think Mr. CLP tested it, so you can put the smaller air cart with the bigger seeder if you wanted to, or vice versa. But I think it says that it works, but the pipes don't, the hoses don't connect up properly. It just doesn't look quite so right, but it still works. I think I'm not going to test it with the amount of jiggery pokery I've wanted to do today. Yeah, so if you haven't watched his slightly more in-depth review, then go do that. They're always worth a watch. Oh, gonna hit that gate. I'm not sure why that's open. I'm sure I didn't open it. I'm actually going to intentionally drive over the path here. It's a slightly funny shaped field on this side, so it should bring us nicely in line to leave a reasonably straight line. Yeah, looking good. There's odd bits of grass, or is that weeds at the edge of the field that it's taking out as it goes round? I think it might be grass. It is, it's taken it out, isn't it? Oh, that's a very clever thing to do. Well done, Mr. AussieFarmer. Got a little bit of loose grass at the edge of the field that disappears as you take it out. Nice. Now then, have we got enough space now? Do I need to go around again? Sorry, that's going to mess it up. Can do quite as good a job as I hoped of straightening that up, but it's not too bad actually. And given the extra space at the top, I reckon if I do this edge and along the bottom again next to the fence, I should just be able to leave the worker to it after that. I was actually watching Chainsaw 100 the other day, and gee, I wish we had GPS because it's very clever. Never really watched it in use before. It looks amazing. But there you go. Limitations of console, I think. But it's a lovely looking map. I really like this map actually. I shall keep this game saved for a little while in hopes that I have time to come back and play on it again. But I have a horrible feeling I'm going to say that about just about every map that I try, which is the one disadvantage of my new idea of I'll just try new maps as they come out, because I'll probably end up wanting to play all of them. But I do like this one. It's just a bit different. There's another new map came out this week. Was it Polish? Czech? I can't remember. Looks nice, but it didn't have anything distinctive enough for me that I thought actually I really want to play that. It looks lovely, very well designed, lots of nice little features, but by the time I'd watched a video, first look guide, Mr. CLP obviously, I thought actually, you know what, I can't try every map there is going. I've already started to build up a list of some of the stuff that's been out before. There's new stuff coming, so you know, you've got to say no somewhere. Right. There you go, Mr. Worker. Is it going to confuse him? Let's see what he does actually. Yeah, because he's going to do a nice straight line. But will he get to here and go, okay, I'm done? Will he get here to go and go, okay, I'll just do this half of the field? Either way, it's just not going to work, is it? Yeah, let's see what he does. This will be interesting. He stopped. What's he going to do? Ooh. You know, I think he's actually going to go all the way to the end and start again. There's a bit of a risk he'll start too far over. But that's fine. The AI is definitely a lot better on 19 than it was on 17. Fair play. Not bad at all. Huh. And he's going to line up properly as well. Oh, very good. Very good. Excellent. Right, we'll leave him to that. So yep, 16's already cracking through. 11, actually, you know what? Apart from a little patch and a couple little patches around here, that's pretty decent coverage. Quite pleased with that. So we'll leave that there for a minute. Right, next. Probably a bit excessive, to be honest, using one of these, but you know what the heck. Mind you, what needed the most power of everything we've got is probably the cultivator, right? That's the harrow, needs 350. Least items, sorry, I want. Okay, that's a cultivator, needed 480. The smaller seeder needs what? 240, so I could actually use that with the John Deere I've already got. Though it's quicker to leave something from here, and this is kind of the point of doing what I'm doing, is to try out different equipment. So, is there something that needs... no. Oh, that's a shame. Nothing to cultivate. I could cultivate a crop in, seems a bit wasteful. But, what crops have we got? Got to say, pretty unlikely to do either cotton or sugar beet on this map. Let's take them up to field 4. So we're down here at the store. You can see there's a lime station, a couple of sell points, Dragon Export, the spinnery, obviously the store, last chance auto, nice. It's a little forestry area here. It's the wood chip sell point and some sort of, it's like a nursery, but you know, you could still buy it, so you could do a bit of agroforestry in between the rows or whatever. Massive cotton field here. If I was going to do cotton, that'd be the cotton field to keep. This one in the corner, less so. But actually, to give it a go on a good sized field, field 4 up here, which is next to some other sell points. Bit of a drive to it, but we'll get to see a bit of the map. So we can come up this track here, get through some of the fields. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll do that. It's a nice way to see a bit more of the map. And then I'll come back. We'll get another field. I'll get another tractor rather. We'll lease something to try out with the slightly smaller seeder. It's quite nicely done this. It feels a bit of a shock after a sort of, you know, it's supposed to be in the sort of central wheat belt, I think it's called, of Australia, but you know, obviously it's all very wide open space and everything else, and then you come to this bit and it's all nicely paved roads and organised and lots of people walking around and stuff. Massive sell point, look at that. So there's lots of traffic, which actually I quite like. Because it does give it that sense of, you know, there's people around, lots of stuff going on. I say, if you know, gets through a problem, you can always turn it off with the beacons on. But, you know, sometimes it's necessary to do. So is this the track I need to take? Yes, this is the track I need to take. There's a track, right? Oh, it's not a track. Oh. Oh yeah, no, let's not try and drive through that. Oh, there is a track at the edge though. Doesn't look like it'd be an easy thing to drive on, but let's give it a go. I'm going to take this wide. I'm not sure if that's necessarily supposed to be a track. It's a bit bumpy. No, it isn't. Definitely not. Oh well. Yeah, something tells me it'd be quicker to go all the way around. Sorry, driving through someone's field. I've left crop destruction off. This is not realistic. Apparently, I think I heard also cleverly that the map creator has adjusted the sun so that it's actually in the right position in the sky for the region, which is pretty clever. Where are we? Right, so yeah, down there. Can we see it from here? Oh yeah, you can. You can see the sort of lines of trees just through there. So you could have, say, if you wanted to, plough out between and use that as well. You can buy the land. The land's pretty cheap, which is always good. So now I've got to figure out how we're going to get there, to be honest. So off to the left, is this a track? Or is this another one of those little culvert things? And even if it is a track, is there another one that goes off, or is that just a little culvert running through? Actually, this is a track, and I'm going to assume that that one between 8 and 33 is probably another track, rather than little culverts. The culverts seem to be twisty, tracks seem to be straighter, so let's try it. I'll leave the gate, there's no livestock in the field, it's fine. Yeah, so this one off between 10 and 33, definitely a little culvert. Hopefully we'll just follow this round, splash through the water as it is. That's a relatively small field, field 33, look at the size of it. This is a big map. Definitely a good map for your bigger equipment. I've just noticed, why is our money going down so fast? Oh, because I left this on. That's better. Goodness gracious me. So that means that that worker seeded that whole field and I didn't use any of the stuff that I actually put in. That was a bit dumb, wasn't it? I forgot about that. Should always switch that off when you come onto a new map. But, unless you will leave it on, obviously. So yeah, it was worth a drive through some of the fields. Lots of these nice little tracks. That's a lovely map, this. Undulations, as Mr. CLP would say. Oh right, okay, I needed to go through there. And actually that's not going to be easy. Let's hope the gate opens in a preferential manner. Oh no, it didn't. Oh no, it didn't. That's unfortunate. Because we've not got crop destruction on. Okay. Swing it round and through. Oof, just made it. Oh, and another one. There's a lot of gates. I think you'd probably just end up leaving them open. It's nice they're all double gates though. Nice actions, nice animations. Right, sorry cotton field. You're a goner. Wow. Okay. Let's fold it out. I mean, it's a 12-metre cultivator at the end of the day. It's worth having a look at. Oh no, I haven't bought it yet. Sorry. My bad. So how much is it? 58 grand. Really? Wow, that's cheap. Yeah, you're not kidding. Don't need that. Yeah, I noticed those logs. Right, so you might want to come out with a stump grinder and grind out those stumps at the edge of this field, because boy, that's going to be a problem. So let's not go too close to the edge. Nice little loose bits of wood you could come pick up, chuck in a trailer and go and sell them. Oh, it's a cultivator. Looks good. Good width. Different brand in the game. It's quite nice. It's going to run over that wood. Looks like our work is finished on the other field. Yeah, very tempted to do a bit of play on this map actually. I'll have to start getting rid of some of my others, sadly. Just the only thing about console is the limited games. There's a number of slots. Quite a few mods, though I find the number of mods we have bewildering as it is, but there are some that come out for PC that I wish we could have. Yeah, number of slot counts and number of save games. Limited to 10, it's just not enough, which it should be. I mean, that's ridiculous, but you know. Looking good. You get attached to maps, you know, there's a couple of maps, Ravenport and Fellsborough, and I still have plans to do that I haven't done yet. The reality is, am I likely to go back to them at this point? Probably not. But I've kept them just on the off chance I ever get round to it. I could probably get rid of Marwell by now. I need to go back and see how my trees got on. Yeah, there you go. It's cultivating. It's doing a good job. Like it. It's nice and long, nice and wide. I don't necessarily need to cultivate in this field, so I won't set a worker on it. Leave it here, because actually, if I do some more work on here, it might make sense to lease a cotton harvester, do this field, or what's left of this field, which is still quite significant. Let's face it, it's not small, and get the other cotton field that's going. Get a decent cotton harvest in, make a bit of money. Probably about time I got rid of the government subsidy sign. I don't think I need that anymore, to be fair. Not the amount of equipment you start with on this map, it's not strictly necessary. Yeah, it's doing a good job around these edges. Nice, I like it. There we go. What's that sign say? Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, I did want to try and see if I could put a cedar on the back of there, didn't I? I wonder. Pin hitch. What's this? Road train route, maximum 53.5 metres long. Really? You take a road train around there? Wow, okay. Cool. Interesting. Oh, so we should have a look. While we're here, let's have a quick look round. Some sell points and stuff. So what we got in here? The animal dealer, bale point, and a grain sell point. Huh, nice little roundabout, that's quite cool. It's got a little signpost. What's this one? Bouncing bales. So here's your bale sell point. Huh. Nice. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's like animal dealers in there. And Gavison Grains. Oh, what's over there? Is that a cash machine? It is awesome. I like it. Cool. It's quite nice, a bit different. Looks good. Right. So, remind me. What do I need? 240 horsepower, so a medium tractor. At the bigger end of a medium tractor. No idea what I've got. What does this go up to? Nowhere near high enough. Nope. What if I went for the smaller end of large tractors? Ooh, a T7. Actually, you know what? Ooh, yeah, Deutz. Actually, I've got a modded Deutz. You know what? Let's go for the Deutz. We'll go for the standing game one. Now we'll go for a green one. Wides and weights. Lovely. Let's take this back up to the farm. Ooh, that's a nice noise. Awesome. Sorry, cart. Try not to run over any pedestrians as well. Probably should put those on really. And these roads. It's funny that I haven't used this tractor yet. I love this tractor. I'd usually have it in warrior configuration, but I quite like the Deutz green. Can I just quickly nip in? Oh yes. Whoa, slalom. Quick before the road gets too narrow. Quick, quick, quick. Yeah. Tractor racing. What a beast. Lovely. Back at the yard in no time. So you can see there's lots of pretty big fields. It's nice. This would be a great multiplayer map actually. Brilliant multiplayer map. Are you listening, Zeke? If you ever watch this. Let's see. Okay, there's... Oh, I missed a little bit, look. Left it in a very funny position. Strange. It's not bad actually, because it's quite fast. It's a bit of a distance from the store to the farm, but it's not too long. It is this way, right? Yeah. How busy this road is. And the traffic's nicely spaced apart. It doesn't feel... It just feels normal. It feels, you know, there's plenty of traffic going up and down the road. It's great. It's really well done. I like it. Here we are. Not this one, but the next one. Let the slope up. Right, let's get it filled up. This one got a filling pipe? I haven't even looked. It's got that bag lifter on one side. But no, it doesn't look like it. Let's just check in the menu. Don't need those anymore. open cover literally just opens. So I mean, you could do it if you had a telehandler with some bags or something, you could do it that way. Don't get the option up. Not getting the fill option. This isn't good. I suppose you could also use a conveyor belt or the grain auger, or, you know. Yeah. That's not good, is it? Oh, hang on. Or am I being dense? Open next cover, I'm being dense. This is fertiliser. There we go. It's like our work is finished. How did he do? Nice. Very nice. Good job. Awesome. Close that one. Oops. Open the other one. Oops. So what was the capacity of this one? Why can I not find it? Oh, there it is. Oh, 7,200 litres, okay. Don't need that anymore. Nice. So which field shall we do? I was going to say 14, that's an awkward one for a worker. Let's do field 23 for now. It's just this little one here. So what I didn't do, I think these are all just sort of standard crop types. They're seeders, not planters. So wheat we've already done, oats we've already done, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish and grass. Yep. Let's do canola. And again, I'm pretty sure it's a direct sow, right? Yeah. Nice. No worries with this one. No worries. She'll be right, mate. Sorry. I'm sorry. If you're Australian, I apologise. And unless we suddenly get some weeds, this is kind of it, really. So, yeah, so he really has left loose grass on the edges, some of the corners of the fields. Perfect for you just to, you know, seed over. Cultivate out, seed over. It's quite enclosed with a fence, this field, so we'll go around a couple of times around the edge. But it's quite a nice little seeder. I say little, I mean it's still got an 8 metre width, it's not small. But compared to the other two, let's go around again. Yeah, I like this. I have a feeling this might get used. Maybe they sell them in Ireland. We'll have to have a look. Gonna need a big seeder soon. This is perfect. I don't really need to go around again, but I just want to get to this side. Actually, you know what? It's kind of a weird shaped field. It's kind of hard to tell which way is the best way to do it. So let's stop there. Lift it up, swivel it round. Leave it reasonably lined up. See what the worker does. He's going to miss a bit, that's what he's going to do. Oh well, never mind. We can come back and do that later. And so how's the seed and fertiliser usage? Pretty balanced. Fertiliser's dropping a little bit quicker on this one. It seems to have a lot more seed in it. How's that compare with the others? So I'm going to jump in through now. So actually in the others, seed's gone down a bit quicker than fertiliser. Actually no, I beg your pardon, they're perfectly balanced. Is that 97 or 92? I can't even read that. Actually no, not quite, but not far off. What about this one? 94 and 91. So they're close, but not quite perfect. But yeah, not bad at all. Didn't I see this guy had missed a bit? Oh no, it was this guy that missed a bit. Okay. Yeah, going well. Any weeds? Oh, no weeds. Shame. I did leave weeds on, right? I did. Oh well. We should have to do that another time. What we could do... Let's fold that up. About to call it a day here. What other fields have we got to seed? Field 7. Alright. Ooh, what did I just do? That messed up a little bit. Took the corner far too sharply. As you can see, I went for the slightly crazy setup of the T9 with the triple wheels, just because, what the heck, why not? Nothing coming that way. I will need to pull out to the road, but we're okay that way as well. Oh, and already messed it up. Oh, come on, seriously. Should have gone for the double wheels, not the triples, because this really just doesn't want to turn away from the fence. Right, because I don't want to turn too steep, otherwise I won't have room to get the air cart out. Okay, how do we get into that field? Through a complex series of gate maneuvers. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the case. Wow, just run into my tractor, why don't you? Okay, well that's just a bit weird. Let's call the police. Oh, very effective, the police. What we're going to have to do, I think, is not hit a tree. What I'm going to have to do is use different tractors, because I'm really not very good with these pivoting ones. So, oh god. This feels narrow. This entrance. Try and take that nice and straight. I'm going to turn around in this field, so I'm glad there's nothing in it. Is this one mine as well? No. Oh, it's huge. God, look at the size of that field. Wow. I need to buy that field just so that I can do it. Plus, actually, we'll end up at the other end. Okay, that might be for another day. Don't need those anymore. Close one gate because it's actually blocking our entrance. And then we'll get this going in here, and then we'll just very quickly, because I need to finish soon. We'll go back and just lease ourselves a tractor. Just look at the weeder. There's no weeds, so we can't see it in action. But maybe on another video. That feels a lot narrower to me than the other gates. Slightly worryingly. Will we make it? No, we won't. Yeah, isn't that weird? So it's a double gate, but the gate's narrower. Okay, I'm not going to start faffing around on screen again. Right, I'll figure that out. I'll have to separate them and do the cart separately, which I didn't want to have to do. Is this the only entrance into this field, or is there another one? Yeah, there is another one, looks like. Probably should have used the other entrance. But, oh, that's weird that gate's narrower than the others. Oh well, I'm not going to do that now. So, back down the store. Very quickly get us another tractor. Something fairly powerful. We get a T8 or a Ultra S or an 8R or a Magnum. Fancy. Oh, let's get an 8RT because we need quite a bit of power. That'll do it. Just lease it. Standard's fine. All done. There we go. It didn't really matter because all I'm going to do is show it open. But you know, with a bit luck we'll get some weeds soon. It's purely for purposes of demonstration. I'll have to return some of this equipment at some point. Oh dear. There we go. Here's the harrow. Wow, look at the size of that for a harrow. That's just nuts. So fold it out. I love the way the wheels rotate. That's very cool. Again, brilliant animations. Awesome, awesome physics. Amazing engineering. Lower it down. Don't have access. I'm not planning on weeding the parking lot. It's fine. Yeah. Excellent. So hopefully we'll get some weeds at some point, and I don't often say that or have reason, but look at that animation, the way it pushes it back out again. It's just genius. Absolutely brilliant. Again, it's a big long piece of equipment, so gates, navigation. Oh, I love the way it sways. Look at that. Sort of steers. Sorry peoples. Actually, that's really interesting. Look at that. That's not too bad. How clever. Whoops, sorry. Too busy looking at the contraption, not where the tractor's going. That's actually quite cool. Awesome. Well, there we go. So, the Bourgault, I can't remember. DLC. We've had a quick play around with most of it. Looks like the helper's finished on field 23. It wasn't a very big field. And yeah, I'll probably be back on this map. Actually, I really enjoyed playing on here. So when we do get some weeds, we can use the weeder. I'll certainly keep everything that we've got leased until at least I've got all my fields seeded. And then yeah, quite fancy doing a bit of harvesting on here. Maybe I will get a cotton harvester, we'll get some cotton done and do all that sort of stuff, but that unfortunately is for another day. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I've loved this map. Really enjoyed playing on it. Unfortunately, I'll add it to my list of yes, I quite fancy doing another stream or two on here, so we'll see it again at some point. And yeah, if you did enjoy it, likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated. Trying to build the channel up a little bit. I'm trying to get more videos out now, trying to get up to a few a week rather than just one a week. Settle back into a bit of a groove. So yeah, hopefully there'll be more stuff coming. Certainly another Shamrock coming soon. We'll be back on Washoe at some point. We'll have to go back to La Coronella, and we'll be back here too. So yeah, plenty of stuff going on. But yeah, said likes and subscriptions very much appreciated, and I'll see you somewhere in the world very soon. Bye for now.